Welcome to Santa Barbara for CCL Baseball on the Foresters Network. Today, the Stars will begin a 3-game homestand as they will welcome in the OC Riptide for their final meeting of the year. I'm Hunter Shoemake alongside Nate Martin, and we welcome you to Eddie Matthews Field. Well, the two teams Nate played on Monday, and Santa Barbara won 5-1 in the makeup game, and today the Stars will look to their starter Drew Rarick to get them off and running.
Yeah, the main thing that stood out to me in that game, as you mentioned, only one run allowed. It was a great effort by the pitching staff. Nick Abraham, the starter, went 5 innings, didn't allow a single walk, a few strikeouts as well. And then, you look down, you go through the rest of his staff. Good relief innings from guys like Sam Stevens and Easton Toomas. Really impressive day from the pitching staff. Looking to continue that against the team that the Foresters have had some good success with, although last time these two teams faced here, the thriller. One of the best games of the season, that walk-off win from Terrence Kill with 5 runs scored between two teams in the bottom of the 8th, top of the 9th, and then Kill walked it off in the bottom of the 9th. So, definitely potential for fireworks here today.
And this is the lineup for Orange County. The DH will lead off. It will be Johnny Rodriguez. Batting second, the right fielder, Bradley Navarro. Batting third and at short, Jake Lambden. Batting fourth in center field, Carter Dans. To bat fifth and at first, Grant MacArthur. Batting sixth and at second, Luke Johnson. Batting seventh in left field, Reed Montgomery. To bat eighth, the catcher, Jimmy Zakar. The 9-hole hitter and at third base, Tyler Holland. And the starting pitcher will be Michael Ermsbaumer to get the start on the hill for Orange County. Well, both these teams playing in their 21st games of the season, and Drew Rarick gets the start on the hill for Santa Barbara.
Rarick's been an absolutely electric starter for the Foresters. 3 starts, 10 innings, 16 strikeouts to just 4 hits and 4 walks, and is only around, and his ERA is only at a 1.8.
So he'll be facing Rodriguez, Navarro, and Lambden scheduled in this opening inning. Another nice day from Santa Barbara and Drew Rarick in his 4th start and his 4th appearance of the year. First pitch to Johnny Rodriguez, and it's going to be down low, underway from Santa Barbara High School.
Rodriguez hitting here in a bit of a newer position. We've more seen him kind of in that middle of the order, hitting 4th. Today leading things off as the DH, the former Forester.
Hitting .231 this season. That's from the left side to kick off this ball game. 1-0 pitch is going to bend its way in, 1-1.
Of course, pretty solid summer as well. Last season with the Foresters, where he was hitting around 250, home run as well.
And Drew Rarick has pitched 10 innings so far this season, ERA of 1.80. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and he's quickly ahead 1-2 on Johnny Rodriguez.
And one of the biggest things that will stand out to you with Rarick is that ability to get swing and misses. 4-pitch mix, fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. And that fastball is going to be in the mid-90s, so high velocity here.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball will miss away, 2-2.
That was a curveball right there. Kind of a 12-6 motion, vertical drop.
2-2 to leadoff man, Navarro next. And here comes the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. 1 down in the first.
Time went to the slider, down and low, and got the swing and miss. Rodriguez chasing a ball in the dirt. Great first at bat for Drew Rarick.
So 1 down, base is clear. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Bradley Navarro. And let's take a look at the defense for Santa Barbara. Easton Mumaz at third, Sawyer Farr at short, Easton Rulli, the second baseman, Caden Miller at first, Cole Chamberlain does the catching. And in the outfield, Brady Dalmore is in left, Terrence Kill back in center, and Brenton Clark out in right. And it's now 0-1 to Navarro.
Yeah, we saw a bit of experimentation yesterday defensively. Now a little bit more back to what we're used to with the Stars, with Kill out in center, Clark out in right. Of course, Dalmore back behind the, Chamberlain back behind the plate. Dalmore still in left, however. 2nd game in a row playing in the outfield.
Santa Barbara entering today 15-4. Orange County 10-10, sitting at 500 in CCL play. Comes an 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is going to miss down and away, 1-1. And Santa Barbara chance in this final meeting of the year. Look for the season sweep against Orange County. These two teams started off their CCL campaigns against each other. Santa Barbara has won the first 3 meetings. 1-1's in the dirt, ball 2. Drew Rarick, the right-hander, standing at 6'5", 245. You look at his walk-to-strikeout ratio. Very, very good this year. 4 walks to 16 Ks for Rarick. Now make it 17 after punching out the leadoff man. Here comes a 2-1 to Navarro. That's going to be away. Ball 3.
They moved Navarro. Batting leadoff on Monday. He's now hitting second. And for a guy who is hitting above 400, that makes a lot of sense. It's a good spot to put him. Someone who you feel really good of chances on getting on base.
Here comes a 3-1. Check swing. It's in there for a strike, full count. That last one at 93 from Drew. After Navarro will be Lambden. Base is clear, 1 down. Rarick struck out the first man he faced. Now the 3-2 pitch will just be tapped foul. It's 3-2.
Just barely tapped foul as well. That was like a tailor-made second strikeout of a day for Drew.
Second meeting between these two teams in 3 days' time. And Drew Rarick in his 4th appearance. Another 3-2 offering. Navarro popped up left side. Here is Muma in the foul ground outside your picture. Has to adjust and will make the squeeze. A few paces in fair territory just past third base. 2 down in the first.
Didn't really get the read on that ball until the last minute. No wind really here at Eddie Matthews right now. That flag in right center staying pretty still. So Muma, that ball was just going to be dropping there the entire time, and he had to move over and adjust at the last second. Good read by the third baseman.
So 2 up, 2 down. That's going to bring up Jake Lambden. Bat from the right side against Rarick. First pitch is going to miss inside. Ball 1. Lambden hitting .333. Small sample size so far this year for the shortstop. Getting the start today for Orange County.
And Lambden, this is only his second game with the team. Wrapped up a very solid year with Xavier.
1-0 pitch is in there at 87, 1-1.
He got the chance to, flash. He had a really good on-base percentage of around 400. OPS around 762. Those numbers got the transfer to Duke. Very solid program.
Fouled off to the right. Out of play. Now 1-2. And if Lambden is able to reach, Carter Dans will be next for Orange County.
And part of the reason why he was so attractive as a transfer to a program like Duke is because of his two-way capabilities. Had a lot of action as a pitcher as well with the Musketeers, although not pitching this summer with Orange County.
1-2 pitch. Fastball at 93 upstairs. 2-2. And having all that versatility always pays dividends in one form or another. He stands in with the bases clear, 2 out. And the 2-2 delivery from Rarick. A drive into center, long run for Terrence Kill, and that ball will fall. A 2-out knock for Lambden. And a 2-out knock to bring up Carter Dans for Orange County.
Kill has that ability to be able to cover a lot of ground in center field, but that one just dropped. A tough spot for him to get to. Not many players, if any, could make that play. And just like that, Lambden, solid start to his Riptide career. 2 games in a row with hits.
That's going to bring up Carter Dans. So 1 on, 2 down. Dans hitting from the left side. Fouls back the first pitch. Strike 1. Man who's hitting .282, but on-base percentage of over 400 this year for Carter.
It was hitting second last time these two teams play, where he went 2 for 4.
0-1 the count for Dans. That's down, and that ball is live and going down to second base is Lambden. And our man now in scoring position for Orange County.
A pretty wide lead at second, wide turn at second as well. He thought about going 3, but held up.
It'll go down as a wild pitch, so Lambden to second, and a chance for Orange County to take an early lead here in the opening inning. The Stars have bested the Riptide first 3 matchups. It's now 1-1 for Carter Dans. And that's going to be in there Fastball at 94 from Drew Rarick. Strike 2. Lambden able to advance to second on that wild pitch. And who just started off his season with Orange County. And Carter Dans was brought home 7 runs this year. That 1-2 count. Rarick cycles through another pitch with Cole Chamberlain. 1-2 delivery to Dans. Inside and down to third will go Lambden. That ball got away from Chamberlain, who was well inside. Just like that, after a 2-out knock, man, 90 feet away from the first run of this ball game.
The all Longhorn battery here of Rarick and Chamberlain. A couple times now where maybe Rarick's just missing his spots. Fastball getting away from him. He's got to tighten up here with a runner on third.
And it will go down as a wild pitch. It's now 2-2 to Dans. That's away, full count. Grant MacArthur would be next if Dans is able to reach.
Big thing with Dans, he got 2 hits on in the loss on Monday for the Riptide, but he also struck out twice.
The 3-2 pitch is foul off of his legs. We'll do it again. Since the game on Monday, Orange County picked up a win yesterday in Santa Barbara. Now won 4 straight contests, but Drew Rarick right now in the opening inning, looking to lock it down and keep it a scoreless game to bring up the bats for the first time. Comes a 3-2 pitch to Dans. Fouled off to the left and out of play. And the battle continues between Rarick and Dans.
Got to get this out here.
So now will be the 8th pitch of the plate appearance to Carter Dans. Rarick having to work hard. 3-2 pitch is fouled off of his legs again. So it continues, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of really nice pitches where Rarick almost gets them and Dans is just barely able to foul those off. And it's really tough as a pitcher to see that. Got to go deep in your well here.
Remember, man at third, 2 down. Another payoff pitch chopped outside of first base.
Time he got a little better bat to it. Actual well-driven ball. Dans was too early and goes foul.
This next pitch will be the 10th of the plate appearance for Carter Dans. Relatively 2 quick outs for Rarick. Gave up the leadoff single, the 2-out single rather, to Lambden. Now the 10th pitch to Dans is going to miss upstairs. Chance down at third base, and that ball will get away from Mumaw. And from third base, coming home to score is Lambden. And Orange County now take a 1-0 lead. It was a walk to Dans. Chamberlain threw down to third. It got away from Mumaw. And as a result, Lambden's able to come in to score 1-0 Riptide.
That's really unfortunate, man. Now, the walk wasn't the worst thing in the world to give up there. Got another batter to get that final out, but instead you try and force the throw over the third. I like the aggression, but gotta be able to field it cleanly if you know you're not going to be getting him.
As the first pitch to Grant MacArthur. This is down low for ball 1, and we'll go down as an error on the catcher. Now here comes Bill Pintard, an early visit in this opening inning. The manager will stroll out, and Nate, 6th game in a row for Santa Barbara. Game 6 of a 10 straight days for Santa Barbara Foresters playing ball games.
Oh, the first one back at home.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of divide up the stretch here into different segments. You know, those games on Monday and Tuesday were the only back-to-back ones on the road, and now you got 3 in a row here at Eddie Matthews Field. It's nice to be back at home. I know how much the team loves playing here and not having to do those big drives into LA, deal with that traffic. And so it's nice to be back in town, but obviously not the start you kind of pictured. You got 2 quick outs and then a couple of mishaps that led to a run to come across the plate.
And the count is 1-0 for MacArthur, the number 5 batter and the first baseman for Orange County. A run in, man at first, 2 gone. That's going to be down 2-0.
Crawford had a tough day on Monday against the Riptide, against the Foresters, excuse me, went 0 for 3, grounded into a double play.
That was a 2-0 pitch. That's going to miss inside ball 3. And MacArthur's able to reach Luke Johnson. Will be next for Orange County. Two quick outs for Rarick, a base hit, then a walk. He now falls behind 3-0 to MacArthur. Here comes a pitch from Rarick. That is down, ball 4, and back-to-back walks from Drew. First and second, 2 down in the opening inning to bring up Luke Johnson for Orange County.
Yeah, it has to be said, that walk felt a little different. You know, it was a 10-pitch at-bat, and then you eventually walked Dan's, and next batter you face, you give up the base in 4 pitches.
So Luke Johnson has a chance for Orange County to bring home at least one other run with a base hit. He's brought home 3 runs this year. Dan's at second, MacArthur at first. First pitch is located. It's a fastball at 94 from Rarick. 0-1.
Johnson had a really solid game on Monday. He was kind of one of the problem players for the Stars. Went for 3 for 4.
Took strike 1 from Rarick. Comes in 0-1 pitch. That's going to be down 1-1. Johnson hit 271 this season. He's been a threat on the bases as well, but currently at the plate. A chance for Orange County to play at least their second run of the day. 1 run in. All this coming with 2 down in the inning. It's 1-1. And that is foul back off the mask. Strike 2.
Johnson really had a tough start to his season. He was at one point hitting .077. Adjusted his batting stance, now hitting a little higher up in the batter's box, and average has skyrocketed since then.
Here comes a 1-2 from Rarick, and that's going to hit him. He's trying to duck underneath it. Hit him near the neck area, and he's going to go down to first base. That's going to load up the bases. Was a breaking ball. Wasn't a fastball, but good to see Johnson go down to first base, but the base is now filled with Riptide, 2 down in the first.
Yeah, always great to see, the pitcher after a couple of tough at-bats to get ahead in the count, but then walk the batter with a breaking ball. Just got away from you. Big moment here early in this game.
Dan's at third. MacArthur second. Johnson now at first after being hit by Drew Rarick to bring up the 7th batter of this inning, Reed Montgomery. 1 run in and 2 down here in the first. That is on the outside corner, strike 1. Last one at 95 from Drew. Fourth start of the season. Looking to limit the damage to just 1 run. 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, 1-1.
The solution after a couple of tough at-bats in a row, just throw your gas. 95. High velo on that fastball.
Bases loaded, 2 out. 1-1 pitch is chopped up the middle over past Easton Rulli. It is a base hit from third base. Dansville scoring from second. Here comes MacArthur, and it is a 3-run ball game. Orange County bring home a pair off the bat of Reed Montgomery. 3-0 OC. That is 5 straight base runners for Orange County. And Reed Montgomery, who now has 14 runs batted in, makes it a 3-0 ball game in the first.
Rarick's been a really solid arm, really reliable, especially in the early parts of games. But it's the first time we've really seen the team be able to do this against one of the Stars' best starters.
Batter's now Jimmy Zakar. 8th batter of this inning for Orange County. First pitch away, fastball missing from Rarick, 0-1. Ball one, rather.
Zakar behind the plate today. This is college ball. It's 20 minutes north of here at UC Santa Barbara, the Gaucho.
First and second, 2 out, 3 runs in. Runners go, and this ball is into the gap in right center field. Johnson's coming home from second, and from first base, Montgomery is held up. An RBI single from Zakar. It is now 4-0. There was a play down at third base. Back in safely is Montgomery, 4-0 Orange County.
And a really close play over there at third, actually. Just got back in time, but again, another well-piece ball.
Now batting number 1, Tyler.
This time by Zakar. Going to be the 9th batter of the inning, Hunter. All of 2 outs.
And started by Lambden with a base hit, 2 walks, a hit batter, and 2 more singles by Orange County to bring up Tyler Holland. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Holland hitting 135 this season. Does have 8 walks to his name. Is at a 1-0 count. Four runs in for the Riptide. Comes a 1-0 pitch. 1-1.
Holland's a guy who's a tough time against the Stars. You know, maybe some of his college teammates at Arkansas told him, what to do against this guy. On Monday, went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts.
Drew Rarick. The 1-1 delivery to Holland. Nice pitch there. Swing and a miss. 1-2. At third base is Montgomery. Zakar is at first for Orange County with 4 runs in this opening inning. Wins straight away in center field. Now Drew Rarick. 1-2 delivery. Strikes him out. Side is retired. But Orange County strike first in the opening inning. 4-0 through a half inning. Sturbats coming up next.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Ouch. Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Orange County put up 4 runs in the top half of the opening inning, and here is the lineup today for Santa Barbara. Leading off will be Terrence Kill. Batting second, Brenton Clark. Batting third, Easton Mumau. To bat fourth, Sawyer Farr. In the 5 spot, Cole Chamberlain. Batting sixth, Brady Dalmore. Batting seventh, Caden Miller. In the 8 spot, the DH is Zane Becker. The 9-hole hitter will be Easton Ruley. And Santa Barbara have some work to do, and they're going to be facing a very tough pitcher today. Starting left-hander, 6'1", 205 for Orange County.
Yeah, Mike Erspammer is not the Riptide pitcher you want to be chasing a lead after. 4-run cushion for a guy whose ERA is sitting at .54. 0.54, folks. Leads the team in strikeouts. Very low hits per 9. He's only allowed 2 hits.
Now batting the center fielder number 2.
He's only allowed 5 hits in 16 2/3 innings.
He's got a 2-0 record, and he'll be facing Kill Clark Mumau. Sturs work to do. Just underway in this ball game.
To be fair, he hasn't faced the Sturs yet, and the Sturs have been one of the best offenses in the CCL this summer. Still near the top of the league standings and runs per game. It's a tough out here in Terrence Kill.
First pitch is in there. Strike 1.
3-pitch mix from the righty, fastball, slider, and changeup. Pretty standard from what we've seen this summer.
And Erspalmer, the 0-1 delivery to TK is popped up right side. Johnson will camp out under it. And he's going to have to fight the win on the back pedal, makes the squeeze. Looked like a routine pop-up and then had to fight that wind. One down.
Yeah, it's not blowing. A little harder. That flag is having a lot of movement out in center field, and Johnson had to deal with it at second, but made the play for a quick out one.
So one away, base is clear, and that's going to bring Brenton Clark. More of his typical position in the lineup today after he did lead off yesterday. Batting second today, base is clear, one away. Squaring around to bunt. Going to take an off speed for a strike, 0-1, and it is worth noting, Nate, for the Stirs, 4 lefties with a switch hitter against the starting lefty Erspalmer.
Nothing new. They're not scared of southpaws.
Faced a lot of lefties yesterday against Conejo. Comes an 0-1. That's going to miss inside. Good take from Brenton, 1-1. Four 0 Orange County lead. He had 9 batters come around the top half of this inning, and now the 1-1 to Clark is going to be down, and ricochets back into the fence. And back into our camera. It's 1-1. So 2-1 now the count for Clark. And that's going to find the inside edge. Nice delivery on the breaking ball. 2-2. Easton Muma will be next, and Santa Barbara in the thick of this 10-game streak. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and just missing away. Full count.
Good job by Brenton finding back in the count here.
Down is now full for Clark. And here comes a payoff pitch. Michael Erspalmer. And that's going to miss inside. Brenton Clark, what a plate appearance. Works a 1-out walk. He is aboard in the opening inning.
If there's one thing that Erspalmer's done less than give up hits, it's give up walks. It's only his 4th of the summer. Good work by Brenton to take his time and draw the walk that time.
Here's Easton Muma. Stirs down by 4. Man on, 1 down. And check back to Brenton. Easton enters today hitting .333. And Clark at first base. He has 5 stolen bases this year. First pitch, breaking ball. It's a good one. 0-1. And Santa Barbara, when you look around the Southern Division, 15-4, leading and pacing the Southern Division. Orange County sitting in 4th position at 500, 10-10. Back to Clark, means 0-1.
I'm a little surprised we didn't really get to dive into yesterday's win because that was a massive win, Hunter. It boosted the division lead to 3 games. So now 3 games ahead of the second place Oaks. It was a great game as well. The kind of a walk-off fashion with Terrence Kill. And again with a clutch double. And of course, Steel Eve shut things down as the closer and 3 quick outs.
And it's now 1-1 for Muma. Next would be Sawyer Farr. Clark is at first. Here comes a 1-1 pitch to Easton. Big swing. 1-2. Yeah, it was great to see Steel Leaves come in again. It's kind of locked down that closer position for Santa Barbara. He's not hot today, but it's now 1-2 for Easton Muma. And on the ground, through the hole into right field for a base hit. Brenton Clark will be held up at second. After the first man was retired, a walk and now a base hit for Santa Barbara to bring up Sawyer Farr.
Good response so far from the Stirs after that top first frame. 2 on, 1 down. With the meat of the lineup coming up.
And Farr's been one of the best springing home runs this season. 15 ribbies for the number 4 batter today. Batting 5th yesterday, where he went 2 for 4. Nice day at the plate for Sawyer. And the infield straight away. No one holding on to the man at first base. First pitch will be missing away to Sawyer, the switch hitter, hitting from the right side. Ball 1. Sawyer hitting .323 entering this ball game. Very nice on-base percentage of .475. 1-0 pitch popped up. It's going to be in the infield. An infield fly now being called, 2 down.
Tough one. Sawyer just got a little too under it. It just hung up in the infield.
Now batting the catcher
Route number
8,
2.
Cole Chamberlain.
So after the infield fly, it's going to bring up now Cole Chamberlain. Clark is at second, Muma at first, and big thing for Santa Barbara. We haven't seen him go down like this too often, Nate, throughout the season. Yeah, sometimes you give up a run, maybe 2, but 4 runs in the opening inning.
It's been a couple weeks since we've seen that really from the Stars pitching staff.
One thing's for sure, Chamberlain coming to the plate with 2 on. He's been very productive when he's been in situations like this, just with runners on, being able to bring him home. He takes strike 1.
Yesterday went 1 for 4 with a single.
Michael Erspalmer looking to keep it a 4-0 lead for his team. 0-1 pitch. It's a good breaking ball. Strike 2.
I'm going to keep an eye on Erspalmer in his warm-ups. Utilizes a knuckleball.
He's got his curveball working well. Clark at second, 2 down. He's ahead on Chamberlain. 0-2 pitch is down and away. Ball 1. Good take from Cole.
Southpaw trying to get the lefty batter with the slider. Gets away from the batter's side, and why you see so many swings and misses on those pitches, but Cole didn't give in there.
Third lefty facing Erspalmer in this inning. Comes a 1-2 delivery. In the left field, well hit. Reed Montgomery is going back and is able to make the catch, stumbling and just is able to get the web into it. Great read by Reed Montgomery, and he keeps it a 4-0 ball game for Orange County. Might have been a 2-run shot there for Cole Chamberlain to bring in 2 runs with some extra bases, but instead the side is retired and through 1. Orange County by 4.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
On to the second inning from Eddie Matthews Field at Santa Barbara High School. Drew Rarick remains in this ball game, and just like the opening inning, he will face the top of the order, Rodriguez, Navarro, Lambden. OC on top 4-0.
Yeah, and to be fair, he had some decent success against that top of the order. Rodriguez struck out. Navarro flew out to third. Before Lambden obviously started that rally.
So here's Johnny Rodriguez, his second look at Drew Rarick. Struck out in the last inning. First pitch is going to be down, ball 1. And with Drew having to face 9 batters in that opening inning, 44 pitches, and now with that first ball to Rodriguez, 45 already tossed today from Drew. Next pitch away, ball 2.
Yeah, that's tough, not only because you gave up a lot of runs, but you got a lot of pitches in that first inning. That means your team's going to have to go to the bullpen a little earlier than they wanted to.
You do see a couple guys now tossing for Santa Barbara down that right field bullpen. 2-0 is sprayed back into the fence and over the fence. Strike 1 on Rodriguez. And we bring that up, Nate. We were told J.D. Goodcase, Elliot Gallegos, Scardino, the 3 men expected to pitch, and also on the back end, if you need them, Tyler Fino and Easton Toomis. You get into a bind, you can bring in those 2. 2-1 is foul. Back 2-2 to Johnny Rodriguez.
Good job by Rarick to fight back in the count after falling behind.
Navarro will be next. Man starting off the second inning. See a 2-2 from Rarick. And sprayed back towards the third base on deck circle. Remains 2-2.
Big objective for Rarick here as well is you got to be getting quick outs to really make the most of your start.
Took care of Rodriguez in that opening inning. But it's now a 2-2 pitch. And we'll miss away. Full count. Breaking ball from Drew.
It's a well-located 2-2 pitch. Curveball on the outer half that just couldn't drop into the zone.
Count is now full for the leadoff man. Payoff pitch to Rodriguez is tapped back. Another deep count for an Orange County batter.
Cheer of encouragement from Bill Pintard.
Rarick in his 4th start, 4th appearance. Looks to locate a 3-2 pitch to Rodriguez. That is away. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Orange County as a 3rd walk of the ball game.
It's tough to give up a walk on a longer at-bat like that. 7-pitch at-bat, something like that.
That's now going to bring Bradley Navarro to hit from the left side against the starting right-hander Drew Rarick. 1 on, nobody out. After 4 runs in the opening inning for Orange County. 4-0 lead over Santa Barbara. First pitch away at 93 from Rarick, ball 1.
I mean, if you agree, you got the toughest out in this lineup probably, and Bradley Navarro.
Yes.
Easily on the flyout.
On-base percentage of .530 entering today. It's a check on Rodriguez, but not only the .530 on-base percentage, but slugging .611. OPS through the roof.
One of the best players this summer in the CCL.
And to pop up to third. First time against Rarick. Can Drew find a ground ball? Looks to Rodriguez. Back in safely.
Definitely hurling in those pitches. Those checks very quickly.
Still just 1 pitch to Navarro. It was a ball from Rarick. Comes a 1-0 pitch. And that's just going to miss away. 91, ball 2. To follow Navarro will be Lambden. We see Rodriguez take off the former Forester. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
To attack, just going with the fastball. What works?
Rarick, 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good delivery, working his cutter on Navarro. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez remains at first after the leadoff walk. 2-2 pitch is going to be down. Full count. And if you're just joining us late, Rarick tired the first 2 men in the opening inning. Then 6 straight got on base. 3 hits, then 3 walks. I should say 3 free passes. 3-2 pitch is going to be down. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start off the second inning. Navarro is aboard. Nobody out.
Both of those walks, really long
Now batting, number
at-bats.
22.
This is now the tough part of the order. Just like that, Chamberlain having another word with his pitcher. Double play be ideal here, Hunter.
And you said this is what started the charge in the opening inning. Lambden had a base hit that was chopped up the middle. But looking for a ground ball to eliminate some of these base runners. It's a 4-0 lead for Orange County, and Lambden looks to add more to the OC total. First pitch, down and away, ball 1. Lambden has brought home 3 runs this season, just his very short time. It's been very successful in just the first couple games, with Orange County bringing home 3. At second, Rodriguez. Navarro at first. 1-0 pitch. It's going to be down. Ball 2.
Couple pitches blown away. You want to walk guys, you got to get ahead in the counts early, and Drew's had a hard time of that here in the second.
Comes a 2-0 pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 3. And Rarick on the hill. Pitching 10 innings so far this season. Nobody out, first and second. 3-0 pitch is going to be down. Chamberlain's able to cover it up. It's in the dirt. And the base is now filled with Riptide. 3 straight walks for OC. And here comes Bill Pintard out of the first base dugout. We've seen JD Goodcase warming up.
I think he's going to come out.
And Rarick has had such a great start to his season with Santa Barbara. ERA of under 2 entering today. Bill Pintard, you heard him in the dugout and you mentioned it, Nate. Always encouraging to his players, saying, come on, 5-0, and that's going to be the day for Drew. We'll step aside. New arm coming in for Santa Barbara. Bases loaded with Riptide. They're on top 4-0 in the second.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Back at Eddie Matthews Field at Santa Barbara High School, the new arm entering for the Santa Barbara Foresters will be J.D. Goodcase. Drew Eric, the starter, will go 1+, but the base is filled with Riptide. It's a 4-0 ball game, and a huge spot now for J.D. trying to limit the damage and keep it as small as number as possible.
Maybe the worst thing to come into is a reliever. Bases loaded, nobody out. Good case. Big order ahead of him to just keep this game at a good distance ahead of today. Last time we've seen him against the Blues nearly over a week ago, where he went 2/3 of an inning, struck out 2. Hasn't really shut down ever since a tough first appearance against the Oaks early in the season.
Rodriguez is at third, Navarro second, Lambden first. And here is Carter Dans, the number 4 batter, batting from the left side. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. JD was slated to be the first man out of the bullpen. Scott Murray did say that Fino and Tumis be used in situations like these, but JD will fall behind 2-0. And with Rarick only going in, you start the bullpen carousel early in this game. Well, obviously, you want to keep it a manageable game just in the second inning. Already down by 4. All those runs coming in the first inning. 2-0 is going to be located low in the zone at 88. Strike 1.
Case's last game, he had those 2 strikeouts. It's the Blues, and not really a strikeout pitcher for the Stars. That's the most he's had in a game in the shortest amount of time he was in. Change in approach, perhaps?
There's strike 2 on Dans. It is now 2-2.
Strikeout would be massive.
And the infield is back. Double play depth. The corners have pinched in. Here comes a 2-2 pitch to Carter Dans. Check swing. It skips a mile into the air from third base. Rodriguez is going to come in to score, and that is unlucky. That ball was probably 20 feet in the air as it was spiked, and is now a 5-0 lead for Orange County. And the count is now full for Dans.
Yeah, really not much you can do with that. That's really unfortunate. Nearly went. Very easily could have gone over the wall here and into the stands.
So every runner advances a bag. It's now second and third. First base open. Here comes a 3-2 pitch to Dans. Check swing, ball 4. And the 4th straight walk of this inning given up by Santa Barbara pitching. Bases remain loaded. Nobody out.
You know, this is a problem that the Stars pitching staff had early in the summer where, you know, it was a lot of walks, and really changed that once they kind of got playing games at home and became a lot more of a staff that was known for their strikeout ability than ability to give up free passes, and a little bit of old form come back in the worst possible way here.
So here's Grant MacArthur. Will take strike 1. Work to walk, scored a run back in the opening inning.
And that's so big right there to get ahead on the count. First pitch.
Good case. Walked the first man he faced, and now an 0-1 pitch is sprayed back. Ahead 0-2 now over Grant MacArthur. It's early 5-run advantage for Orange County. Remember, the Stars won the first 3 games against the Riptide this season. It's a very close one. These 2 teams last played here at Eddie Matthews Field. The Stars walked it off. There's now 0-2. It's chopped back to the hill, and Goodcase is coming home. Get one at the plate over to first. It's going to hit the runner. Time's now being called. He's going to be out at first. So they're able to turn a double play. And the runners will hold where they are. So there'll be a man at second, a man at third. Navarro is cut down at the plate after a good play from J.D. Goodcase. MacArthur was hit by the pitch on his way down to first base. It's going to be a double play.
How often do you see a 1-2-3 double play? Big play. Well done by Good Case to make the athletic play in the field, get it over to the home plate in time, and then Chamberlain hurls it over to first. Nearly went awry, but got the second out, and just like that, 2 down in a matter of seconds.
Remains a 5-0 lead for OC, but here's now Luke Johnson. They'll take a strike, nothing, and 1. Yeah, huge stuff from JD. That was a nice play.
Very good play.
Stretching all the way up, grabbing that ball to force out of the plate. Down to first to turn 2. 0-1 is a high fly ball into left. Drifting back is Dallimore, and he'll have enough real estate. Will make the squeeze, and JD Goodcase, fantastic work. Entering in this inning, bases loaded, nobody out. Limits the damage to just 1 run. Going to the bottom of the second. 5-0, Orange County.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Number 27.
Now into the bottom of the second inning. Brady Dallimore, Caden Miller, Zane Becker will be scheduled for the Santa Barbara Foresters. They trail now by 5 runs. And just an update on the official scoring. MacArthur, the man who chopped that ball back to the hill to JD Goodcase, will go down as a fielder's choice for him. The 1-2 put out to get the runner at the plate for the first out, and then interference down at first base on the runner for the second out. And then, of course, Johnson, the high fly out into left to retire the side. Goodcase limits it to just a single run after the first 4 men all worked walks in that inning.
Man, really should have been a 1-2-3 double play. That would have been so sweet to put down in the scorebook. It's hard not to think that the Stars kind of got away with a little bit there. Luke Johnson put great barrel to ball on that fly out to end the inning, and of course the double play. I mean, it was right at the pitcher, and it was a tough play to make, and interference definitely impacted it. Big moment there.
Second pitch to Dallimore will miss inside, so 1-1 for Brady to lead off. And in 289 this season, it's going to be a righty-lefty-righty to face Erstbomber for second inning. That's inside ball 2.
Erstbomber, the Stanford commit, going to play a big role with the Cardinal heading into the spring.
Going to miss inside ball 3. Did give up a walk in the opening inning, and you said it's something that he's not done this season. That's just his 4th walk, and now 17 2/3 innings pitched. Ball's behind Dallimore. Comes a 3-1, and that is inside for ball 4. A leadoff walk for Santa Barbara.
Nice job by
the first baseman, number 4,
Dallimore.
Caden Miller.
Working an easy walk there. Erstbomber having a hard time with his location. Just his second inning.
Man on, nobody out. Orange County leading 5-0 over the Foresters. But it's now Caden Miller, bat from the left side. First pitch, foul back into the fence. Strike one.
Miller kick-started the game on Monday, got the first runs on the board for Santa Barbara. And a loop single in the left field.
And that was his first RBI of the season. So more of a recent addition for the Sturs. He's going to take strike two, 0-2 now the count. On the fourth lefty in the slam today for Bill Pintard. We've seen a lot of lefties. We consistently touch on it. In yesterday's game, there's 5 lefties and a switch hitter. Comes 0-2 pitch to Caden Miller. Back to the hill. Erspalmer to second. 1 out to first, and not in time. Miller's aboard on the fielder's choice. Dallimore is a force out victim at second for the first out.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Very easily could have been 2 if
Becker.
it was a better throw over to second from Erspalmer. The infield made the switch over to first, had a hard time getting that one, and was kind of off balance when he made the throw.
But that's now going to bring up Zane Becker. Starting pitcher Erspalmer asked for a new ball. But Zane, still a recent addition for the Santa Barbara team. Only recorded 5 ABs officially, but has 7 walks to his ledger so far this season. He's been able to get on base with frequency. First pitch will miss upstairs from Erspalmer, ball 1.
Yeah, I mean, doing it the Forster way, just getting on base any way possible, Moneyball style.
Miller inches off of first base. In case you're wondering, he's gone 2 for 3 stolen bases and stolen base attempts this year. Bottom of the second. It's a 5-run lead for OC. 1-0 pitch. Nasty delivery there. Drops in at 75, 1-1. Michael Erspalmer, second starting left-hander the Forsters are facing back-to-back days. Here comes a 1-1. High fly ball down the left field line. It looks to be drawing in a foul ground. Reed Montgomery will move over into foul ground, slides to his knees, and makes the squeeze in foul ground. They signaled that initially that there was an out down the outfield, and now they're going to put the runner at second base. But our home plate umpire did signal that he made the catch. Nate, you got anything on that one?
I think maybe, I don't really. I think maybe he was thinking maybe they would have tagged regardless on the throw over. The ruling is that the player is out of play. Sure.
So Becker's retired. Made a nice, the view is almost obstructed from where we are with the bullpen fencing kind of cutting into our view. He slid to his knees. Obviously outside your picture in foul ground. Home plate umpire signal for the catch, but they're putting Miller down to second with the play being made out of play. So Miller into scoring position, now 2 out, and the batter is Easton Ruley. First pitch misses upstairs, ball 1.
Ruley had the day off yesterday, back at home. Really solid RBI, man. Runner at second. Got to take advantage and get something on the board heading into the third.
Erspalmer deals a 1-0 pitch. Big swing from Ruley, 1-1.
Yeah, massive rip.
And you look at the slugging numbers for Santa Barbara, 352 as a unit. 4 home runs, one of which off the bat of Ruley. Brady Dallimore has 2. And Caleb Hoover, unofficially, also has 1 that happened in the suspended game at Arroyo Seco. But it's now 1-1 for Easton. Takes, and he's going to take a strike at 87, 1-2.
Erspalmer showing why he's been such an effective pitcher. Good job painting those corners on his fastball.
Ruley's going to have to shorten up. He's able to reach top of the order. Terrence Kill is on deck. of the Sturs in a 5-run deficit. First bomber. Deal a 1-2 pitch to Easton Ruley. Chopped. Here is Holland. And he's going to first to MacArthur to retire the side. The Sturs have a couple base runners, but they are left stranded. Through 2. OC on top 5-0 over Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. On to the third inning. Orange County maintain a 5-0 lead over the Santa Barbara Foresters. Bottom 3 will be scheduled: Montgomery, Sakar, and Holland, with J.D. Goodcase entering this ball game with the bases loaded situation, nobody out, but he starts off the third with a fresh inning.
Yeah, clean slate, nobody on. Kind of settle in and work at your own pace.
Chopped up the middle. Here comes Sawyer Farr, fields it right in front of second base, and a nice play by Sawyer Farr. 1 down in the third.
Sure. Almost everybody
Now batting number
at Eddie
21,
Matthews Field, both in
Virginia.
the stands and on the field, is pretty happy with the 1-pitch 1-out here to start the third.
And Bill Pintard showing a lot of confidence in his infield. A little bit of a change today with Easton Ruley at second base. But now with 1 down, base is clear. Here's a car. He's going to take a first pitch strike from JD. That is strike 1.
Probably been the man that's gotten the most action over at second this season.
Here comes a 0-1. Nice breaking ball from JD. Nothing in 2.
Big sweep on that one. It's kind of started on the outside of the batter, and it just dropped into his own. Great pitch to get ahead of.
Quickly ahead, nothing in 2. And just tapped foul is Zakar. He will stay alive.
Went back to the same pitch, but Hard just got back to that.
And if you're just joining us here, Eddie Matthews Field, 4 runs in the opening inning for Orange County. They're able to chase the starter, Drew Rarick, for 3 walks in the second. J.D. Goodcase came in, only allowed 1 run to come in with nobody out, and the bases juiced. Here's an 0-2, swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down for J.D. in the third, and his first K.
On strikeout was brought to you
Great
by
job.
Riptide
Went
Plumbing and
to a
Heating.
lot of off-speed pitches, then sped him up for the final strike.
Now batting number 1.
Work by
Tyler
Goodcase.
So 2 out, bases clear. Number 9 batter, Tyler Holland. To bat from the right side. We'll take a first pitch for a strike. It's 75 from JD. Nothing and 1.
Struck out once already. Some big swings on the Rarick's pitches.
Comes an 0-1. Good take that time from Holland. That one was a little bit farther outside. 1-1.
This is the first time he's faced Goodcase. First time Goodcase has actually played against the Riptide this summer.
2 down. Comes a 1-1 pitch to Holland. Left side, and it will go foul. That ball was very close to being fair down the third base line. I initially thought it was fair.
I think on the final hop, it just, before leaving the infield, it just crossed the foul line. Go out of play. That is Fortunate for the Sturs, did not want to give up another 2-out hit. Get a little deja vu from that first inning.
1-2 delivery. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for JD. Good case and a 3-up, 3-down third. 2.5. OC on top 5-0 for Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of the third inning. And the Sturs will have their top of the order coming around. Terrence Kill, Brenton Clark, Easton Mumaw. Santa Barbara trailing by 5. Bottom of the third.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that top of the third was for this team to get 3 quick outs, a couple strikeouts as well as nice for JD. And you bring up the top of the lineup here in the ensuing hitting frame, and that's a big deal for the Sturs.
Erstbomber remains in this game, the starting pitcher. First pitch inducing a big swing and miss. Strike 1 on TK, who has a pop-up to second today. Gets his second look at Michael Erstbomber. And here comes a strike 1 pitch to TK. Through and over the head of the third baseman. Down into the corner, and TK is thinking too. Scooped up by Montgomery and sliding into second base. A leadoff double for Santa Barbara.
Snared on by the crowd here at Eddie Matthews, trying to get their team to do something, and Terrence Kill, the showman, answers. Stirring it up to second on a great line drive. That's how you want to start things off here.
That's going to bring up Brenton Clark. And it is worth saying, Nate, last time these two teams played at home, 5 runs in the 8th inning for Santa Barbara, 5 runs in the 9th for Orange County. These two teams can score in bunches in a hurry. That's ball 1 to Clark.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 5-run innings came back to back.
Yes, wild.
We still got a lot of baseball left here, Hunter.
Erstbomber.
Plenty of time for 5-run innings.
1-0 pitch home. This is for ball 2. There have been 2 walks today for Santa Barbara. Remember, Erstbomber only 3 walks entering today through 16 2/3 in relation to 19 strikeouts. He's allowed only 1 earned run this season. 0.54 ERA entering today. Comes a 2-0 to Brenton Clark. That's down ball 3.
Clark worked the walk last time. He's being patient with his pitches, waiting for the right ones to come here.
Clark finds himself ahead 3-0 after the leadoff double by Terrence Kill. Comes a 3-0 delivery. And that's inside. It's going to get past the catcher. Zakar, and down to third base goes TK. So ball 4 for Brenton Clark. Nearly hits him, but second walk of the day for Brenton. By the way, his 20th and 21st walks of this season, leading the team. And on-base percentage entering today, .526, and shows why he can do it. Gets on base so well.
And Earthbomber having a word with his catcher. Zakar, I mean, this is a position that he's not been into a lot. And now a word about, how it might have hit Brenton Clark, which would have kept Kill at second, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to argue for that, to be able to not have runners at the corners and just have runners on first and second. Of course, the Stars want there to be runners on first and third because at least second base open. Clark likes to steal a base. And, he can be the guy to do that. Although it might be tough. Zakar is a really good catcher, especially at getting guys out. He's thrown 4 base runners out in limited time that he's been behind the plate.
Go down as a pass ball to advance Terrence Kill on the inside pitch. As we said, just that nearly hit Brenton, but it was a walk. TK after the leadoff doubles at third, and that's going to bring up Easton Mumong, who already has a hit today. And that first pitch will be located from Michael Earthbomber, and really the first pressure that he's faced today. He's had a couple base runners, a couple walks, but with runners on the corners, nobody out. Chance for Santa Barbara to get on the board. See how the starting pitcher handles the pressure. There's the 0-1, have to wait.
Tough thing about stealing on Earthbomber, though, as the lefty is going to be having his eyes on you the whole time at first.
Clark.
Likes to pick off easy. Makes it tough for you to get a really substantial lead.
0-1 delivery. That's going to be on the outside corner, strike 2.
Umong's got to tighten up.
Easton has brought home 6 runs this season. He's got Terrence Kill at third. Santa Barbara looked to get on the board. Bottom of the third inning. Comes an 0-2 pitch on the ground and picked by the first baseman. He's just going to go to first base, but that's going to bring home Terrence Kill. Muma is retired, but the Stars are on the board. Great reflexes by MacArthur.
Yeah, great play. That was a tough one to stretch out for. A hard hit ball down the line, and he just got it. It's a tough out, but ultimately you get the run across the plate. Runner in scoring position still for Clark at second. It's a productive out for Easton Muma.
Brings home the first run of the day. Down to second is Clark, and here's the switch hitter, Sawyer Farr. See a ball in the dirt, and today Sawyer's 0 for 1 at a pop-up, which resulted in infield fly in the opening inning. So Earthbomber allows his second run to score against him this season. Here's a 1-0. Foul off to the right and out of play. 1-1. Sawyer Farr. After Sawyer will be Cole Chamberlain. Farr batting at the 4 spot today. Chamberlain stands on deck.
Time in a while we've seen Sawyer Farr hitting cleanup. That 5-6 spot. Hard trusting the hot bat, moving him up in the order.
Comes a 1-1 pitch. Fouled off to the right. Then out of play. That is strike 2 on Sawyer.
Think a hit into the outfield would score a run here with Clark's speed at second.
In the infield at double play depth. Winds are blowing out towards right center. Michael Earthbomber allowing the run to come in to score on the ground out. 1-2 delivery to Sawyer Farr. Runner's going to go. It's going to miss upstairs. It's a good throw down, a little bit wide, but safe. It was a laser of a throw from Zakar, but on the dugout side of the bag, and Brenton Clark, stolen base number 6 on the year.
Yeah, but you could see how quickly Zakar got up there. That was a really well-timed throw. He got the throw in time. It was just inaccurate. All you take is just into the outfield. That's all you need.
It's now 2-2. Here comes the pitch from to Sawyer Farr, and that's going to hit his left hand. And Farr's going to go down to first base holding that left arm, and hope he's okay. And you hear from the Orange County side of the infield saying it was a foul ball, maybe near the end of the bat.
I do not like that from Orange County. That just feels
Batting the catcher,
distasteful.
number
You could
8,
hear that ball
Cole
pop off his
Chamberlain.
hand, and it just feels wrong for me to. I know you're trying to be competitive here, but to claim a foul ball on that, a little distasteful now.
The trainer took a look at Sawyer Farr. Sierra Moreno will go back to her spot just past the Forester dugout, and Farr is aboard, hit by a pitch. Clark remains at third base, and now the crew's going to come together after a long conversation with Brian Evans, the manager with the plate umpire.
Evans definitely a manager that's not afraid to let his opinion be known to the ump. We've seen a lot of almost every game really, come out of that dugout and some choice words for the home plate crew. Kind of dug into previously, very successful playing career where he was the Friday night starter for UC Davis. Got a 12-year professional career where he made it as high as AAA. Now back in Orange County, the pitching coach at Golden West, and also the also saying, yeah, I think they're gonna ask him if it hit him. They're gonna take a look at his hand, see if there's a mark or something. I've never seen that before.
And they took a look at his hand, and they saw the marking from that ball, and they're putting Farr at first base.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. That's a really interesting.
So
Might put a little fire under the stirs, to see a guy get hit, the opposing team question if he got hit or not. So much of it, the umpires had to take a look at his hand.
Here's Cole Chamberlain. He's going to take a strike on the outside corner at 89 from Erstbomber. Strike one. Clark at third. Farr was hit by a pitch, and second hit batter today for either side. First by Santa Barbara. Erstbomber. Runs already come in to score. How much can Santa Barbara tack on here? Just one down. Runners on the corners.
Spalmer really going to be keen on keeping Farr at first for a few reasons.
Farr does have 6 stolen bases. 0-1. There goes Sawyer. Check swing. You win around. It's going to be a strike. And down to second base safely is Sawyer Farr. Make it 7 stolen bases for the shortstop for Santa Barbara.
Made sure to slide him with his feet first and not his hands. Job by Sawyer. Being a tough throw. Zakar. 2 in scoring position.
Eliminates the ground ball double play, but Chamberlain falls behind 0-2 against Erstbomber. Here comes the delivery from the starter for Orange County. On the ground, left side, and smothered by Lambden. And the throw to first will be late. Heck of an effort from the shortstop, but a run's going to come in to score. Brenton Clark plates the second run of the day. Chamberlain is aboard on an infield single, brings home the second run of the day.
Heck of a play indeed. I mean, very possible that Chamberlain would have stayed at first, but if that ball goes into the outfield, I would expect Sawyer Farr to go around third and try and score. Nice play by the shortstop.
The lead is now 3 for Orange County. And I'm just going to bring up Dallimore. Does represent the tying run at the plate. Granted, we just in the bottom of the third inning. He went through, knotted up on the first pitch by Erstbomber, strike one.
No, Dallimore has the pop to do it. Blown out to opposite field, though.
At third base is Farr. Chamberlain now at first. 0-1 pitch is sprayed back. Top the first base on deck circle, 0-2.
That was a pitch to hit. Fastball on the zone. couldn't time it up.
First and third, only a single out for Santa Barbara. 2 runs in. Dalmore is behind 0-2. This is foul down the first baseline. Means 0-2. That ball was starting to roll back into fair territory. But it remains 0-2 for Dalmore. And talk about the pop for him. He's got 2 of the 4 home runs this year for Santa Barbara. Behind in the count, Bomber fires home. 0-2 pitch. That's well away. Ball 1.
Tough. Dalmore. Final strike, but he took that high fastball. Bomber's going to have to try something else too.
Brady's been walked today. He led off the second. But now a 1-2 pitch. Runner was taken off. It's fouled off outside of third base. Remains 1-2. And that was Chamberlain. He's got 3 stolen bases on 3 attempts. Was on the move. Remains 1-2.
Really trying to keep that double play ball out of effect.
2 runs have scored for Santa Barbara. Left-hander Bomber will step off and Chamberlain will slide in.
Bomber with a really quick pickoff move. That gets away from him and past the first baseman. That's going to score far from third.
And now 1-2 delivery to Brady Dalmore. Upstairs at 90. Fastball from Bomber. 2-2. This is the final time these 2 teams will meet this season. Santa Barbara have won the first 3 games against Orange County. Now the 2-2 delivery to Brady Dalmore. Slider swing to miss. Chamberlain's going to take off, and the throw is going to be wide, and coming home to score is Sawyer Farr. They're saying interference on Dalmore. So the run's not going to come in to score. Dalmore on the interference on the throw down, so he's going to strike out. And interference to end the inning. It's going to remain a 5-2 scoreline through 3. Dalmore strike out, and then interference on the throw down to second base to retire the side. The Stirrers do tack on 2. On to the 4th. 5-2, Orange County.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Back to the top of the order on Orange County. Have a 5-2 lead over the Santa Barbara Foresters. First pitch from JD Goodcase to Johnny Rodriguez will miss for ball 1. And
Good
JD,
third inning.
Yes, very nice third inning.
A quick one on the mound for Goodcase, who got a couple of strikeouts. Then offense, a couple runs on the board. Could have been more, though. You have to feel that way.
1-1 for the DH, Rodriguez, who has gone 0 for 1, walked, and also a run scored. And here comes a 1-1 pitch from Goodcase. That is away in ball 2, and Santa Barbara made it a 3-run game, and obviously with the 4 runs in the first by OC, tacking on 1 more in the second. JD, that quick inning, getting the bats back out there. Like the Foresters just starting to find their legs and starting to find a little bit more momentum in this game. Here's the 2-1. Left side. Here is Mumma, slid over to his left. The throw is a little wide, but keeping the foot on the bag is Caden Miller. Great play by the first baseman. 1 down in the 4th.
Great play by the third baseman. Flashing his mobility over there. Really nice job.
I throw but out, and that's going to bring up Bradley Navarro. Base is clear, and 1 away. Can't say enough about how good JD has been since entering this game. I mean, you weren't expecting to maybe come in around the 5th, 6th inning. Quick warm-up. You enter with the bases loaded, nobody out. You just allow 1 run, and now since starting clean innings, you've retired 4 straight.
But if you know you're hot and you know, you got to be ready for anything. If that means coming in the second with a short warm-up, yeah, you have to be ready to come in. That's just baseball.
Strike 1 on Navarro. But great work by JD. Who for Scott Murray was slated to be the first man out of the pen, ideally in the mind of the pitching coach later in this game. But here we are in the 4th. The 1-1 is to the second baseman, Rulli. It just got past him. Great diving effort, but it will be a 1-out knock for Navarro. His first hit of the day.
Hard hit ball, tough one to field for Rulli, and just gets on through for Navarro's first hit. That's what he does.
And that's going to bring up now the number 3 batter, Jake Lambden. 1 on, 1 out. And it was gone 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. JD find a ground ball. He checks on Navarro, and you say he does it all, and his slash line is unbelievable. He's got 5 stolen bases as well this season.
Team leaders in that statistic.
First pitch, this has potential. Rulli far and over to Miller. Got him. 4-6-3 to eliminate the 1-out single by Navarro. Goodcase just has to face the minimum. Your 3.5, 5-2 lead for OC.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Santa Barbara have Caden Miller, Zane Becker, Easton Rulli, the bottom 3 to get their second look at Michael Erspalmer, the starting pitcher. Now face 7, 8, and 9 coming up for the Sturs.
Batting the first baseman, number 4, Caden
Yeah, Erspalmer. This looked vulnerable. As the game's gone on, easily his worst inning so far. Last time out, gave up a couple of hits, hit a batter, and walked Clark as well. He's got 3 walks, 3 hits through the day. He's got to face 7, 8, and 9. All 3 outs last time.
Bunt down the first baseline, foul for Miller. The lone lefty scheduled, and if anyone gets on Terrence Kill, be 4th. So lefty, righty, righty. Also Kill batting from the right side. But strike 1 on Miller. Ground into a fielder's choice. First time up against the starting left-hander. Here comes a strike 1 pitch to the leadoff man. And he's going to fall behind 0-2.
First bomber coming back and finding his zone early. That's what he's got to do.
After 2 runs in the third, Santa Barbara make it a 3-run game heading into the fourth. 0-2. Chopped down the first baseline and foul. We will do it again. Both teams playing 21st contest of this season. Nate, I know we talked about the schedule a little bit earlier in this game, but for Santa Barbara, this 10-game stretch, yeah, the 2 road games yesterday, but when you look at the schedule, only 2 more road games the rest of the year. Saturday down at Arroyo Seco, there'll be a makeup game, or I should say finishing the game that was started and postponed, and then game at Slow, and that's it for games on the road. Comes another 0-2. Check swing, great take, ball 1.
Yeah, but those are 2 of the toughest places to play on the road in the CCL, you know. Obviously, Arroyo Seco first, just because, you know, we're talking about the lighting is just so weird. Really throw you off those stadium lights.
Over to second. Here is Johnson. Just had to slide to his right. 1 down in the fourth.
And then Sunshine Park, just because of how many people they pack out of that stadium. I think the last time the Foresters was there, it was around 1,300 people.
And that place can get really juiced. I believe it was last year's Independence Day game or firework game. I think it was July 3rd last year. The Stars went up to face the Blues. It's hovering around 2,000, the attendance for that game. Packed in like sardines. But here's now Zane Becker. Base is clear, 1 down. He's going to take a first pitch ball. Becker's 0 for 1, a foul out into left. 1-0 pitch. That's going to clip the inside corner, 1-1. If you remember, that was that great play by Reed Montgomery. We didn't even really see it. Our view was obstructed, the sliding play from the left fielder. 1-1. Fooled there, strike 2.
Becker, this machine so far, but still searching for his first hit of the summer.
1 down, the base is clear. 1-2 pitch is fouled off. We'll do it again. Bill Pintard always cheering on his players at the plate. The mastermind behind the Foresters. 1-2 delivery to Becker is inside, 2-2.
Fight back in the count. I'm behind early, and then you get back in because of some smart takes.
Now the 2-2 delivery to Becker. Left side, and it is foul. Just barely again, skipping its way outside of third base, 2-2.
A couple of times now where those balls, those dribblers down the third base side just sneak foul at the very last moment. Infield dirt doing no favors in that part of the field.
Tyler Holland is over there defensively for Orange County. Oh, the 1 out. Comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down in the fourth, second K of the day for Erstbomber.
Now batting the second baseman, number 9, Easton Ruley.
Erstbomber's been a bit of a strikeout, effective strikeout pitcher this summer, but it's only his second of the day. Stars being patient with their at-bats and shows.
First pitch to Easton Ruley is a towering fly ball in the left center field. Carter Dans camps out under it, and that's going to retire the side. Erstbomber faces the minimum and through 4 innings. 5-2 lead for OC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Back in Santa Barbara, Eddie Matthews Field. Fourth and final time Orange County and Santa Barbara will play each other this year. It's a 5-2 Riptide lead. And this fifth inning is brought to us now by Finney's Craft House. Finney's has 2 locations in Santa Barbara, one on Lower State Street and one in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Forester game. Finney's Craft House. So J.D. Goodcase, who took over in relief in the second inning for Drew Rarick, will start off his the 5th inning clean, 3rd straight inning for J.D. He's going to face Carter, Dans, MacArthur, and Johnson, 4, 5, and 6. First pitch swinging. Delivered at 81 from J.D., strike 1. Dans, MacArthur, and Johnson, the 3 scheduled, all had free passes in the opening inning and scored runs 2 through 4. There's a 4-run inning in the opening inning. This is chopped outside of first and into the Forester dugout. 0-2 for Carter Dans. But today is yet to record his first AB. 2 plate appearances and 2 walks for the leadoff man. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout of the day for J.D. Goodcase. Dan's down on strikes. J.D. has been fantastic since entering this ball game. After the bases were loaded in the second, the man scored on a wild pitch. J.D. did walk the first man he faced, but then since that point, fantastic work by the relief pitcher. First pitch will miss upstairs to MacArthur. It's ball 1. So Dan's the leadoff man retired, going down swinging. Here comes a 1-0 pitch now. Knotted up. 1-1. Nasty delivery from Goodcase. MacArthur today, he's gone 0 for 1. The walk and a run scored. 1-1 pitch. Is going to miss upstairs. Ball 2. His 5th inning started off with a strikeout by Carter Dans. Now 2-1 pitch sprayed over the first base dugout. 2-2. Luke Johnson will be next for Orange County. J.D. Goodcase. The 2-2 pitch. Down in the dirt. Full count.
Try to get him blown away, and Garfield was having none of it. Stood strong and to go through something else here on the 3-2. Can't miss out of his own.
Payoff pitch is a shot in the right center field. Brenton Clark, long run, and that ball will fall and into the gap, and into second base goes MacArthur. The throw from Brenton Clark will be caught by Rulli, and a 1-out double for the number 5 batter, MacArthur.
One of the deepest parts of the park. That right center gap went it all the way to the wall, and MacArthur, no problem reaching second on the stand-up double.
And in scoring position, 1 down. Here is Luke Johnson. There's an early 5-0 lead for the Riptide. Sturs put up 2 runs in the 3rd. Now we're in the top of the 5th. 1 away. Strike 1 on Johnson, who's gone 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and scored a run today.
Big swing and miss on that first strike.
After Johnson will be Reed Montgomery. 0-1 pitch. And on the outside edge. Strike 2. After the double by MacArthur. Goodcase. Trout number 2 in the 5th. Strike 2 pitch to Johnson. Check swing. Good take. Ball 1.
It could take. JD went to the blown away again, and Johnson spat on it that time. Previously got him to chase on one of those.
A little bit of a breeze blowing in towards the plate, but the flag in center field blowing out towards right center. 1-2 delivery. Down away, great slide and pick by Chamberlain. 2-2.
Really nice job by Chamberlain getting down there.
Orange County struck early and struck fast. Good Case has been exceptional in relief. There's a man tossing for Santa Barbara, but the 2-2 pitch is up the middle. Here comes Sawyer Farr. Diving play, can't make it. And runner will hold at second, but now a play down at second base. Chamberlain lost the ball as MacArthur held up at third. The throw in from the outfield, Terrence Kill. It was overshot, and Johnson, who was held to a single, advanced to second on the throw. Chamberlain might have had a chance, but just couldn't have a clean transfer, and just like that, 2 in scoring position,
I
1
want
out.
to say it though. I think it's better that that ball didn't go to second because it probably MacArthur might have gone over to home and scored a run. At the very least, you keep him at third, and obviously it's not ideal to have 2 in scoring position, but definitely different. Been a lot different.
Bill Pintard out to the hill, and that looks like it's going to be it for J.D. Goodcase. The second arm coming in for Santa Barbara will be Elliot Gallegos. Gallegos to take over second and third, just 1 out in a 5-2 game. Orange County on top. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
The new arm entering for Santa Barbara will be Elliot Gallegos. Runners will be at second and third, just a single out, 5-2 the lead for Orange County. And a big spot now for Elliot as J.D. Goodcase went 3 1/3 of very solid innings in relief for Santa Barbara.
Very, very solid. Very solid innings. He got some quick outs, allowed the bats to come up and be hot.
Elliot Gallegos.
It's gotten Gallegos into a bit of a hole here. 2 on, just 1 down. Got to do what Goodcase did before him in the second.
The batter will be Reed Montgomery to hit from the left side against the right-hand reliever Gallegos. Montgomery has already brought home 2 runs today. He's 1 for 2. Big swing on the first pitch from Elliott. Changeup away. Strike 1. And Elliott's got a very good fastball. Low 90s, that changeup away at 81. Second and third. Big opportunity now for Montgomery. 0-1. Fooled again on the changeup. Strike 2.
Yeah, he's really liking that changeup against lefties. Makes sense. It starts like it's going in like a fastball and then just kicks on out of his own.
MacArthur's at third. Johnson at second. The Stars pushed in 2 runs in the third to cut into a 5-0 deficit. And now the 0-2 pitch to Montgomery. That's just down. Another changeup. 1-2.
Really nice pitch. That was a tough take.
Zakar will be next. Now 1-2 delivery to Reed Montgomery. Strikes him out. 2 down in the 5th. Big punch out for Gallegos.
That was brought to you by
Big
Lee's
punch
Sons
out.
Plumbing and Heating.
Exactly what she needed to do. Oh, ground ball could have been tough. It would have had to be a good throw to home to get out MacArthur to prevent the run from scoring. So you might as well just take it out of the equation entirely and just go for the strikeout, which is what Gallegos did.
And here's Jimmy Zakar to bat from the right side. 2nd and 3rd, 2 down. First pitch at 92 on the outside corner. 0-1.
Yeah, that fastball looking sharp.
Gallegos entering in this inning for JD Goodcase. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Went from 92 to 82. Now ahead against his UC Santa Barbara teammate. No balls and 2 strikes.
They've faced each other many times before in practice.
The 0-2 from Gallegos. Swing and a miss. Elliott comes in and 2 punch-outs. Great stuff from Gallegos with 2 in scoring position.
And he knew where to go against his Gaucho teammate. Big swing and a miss.
Through 4.5. OC, 5-2 lead over the Sturs.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and then this 5th inning is brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's has a couple locations in Santa Barbara, one on Lower State Street and one in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Forester game. Finney's Craft House. So after some good work by Elliott Gallegos entering in the jam, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, back-to-back Ks for the UCSB Gaucho is going to bring around the top of the order for Santa Barbara, Kill Clark Mumma. 3-run deficit for Santa Barbara.
Kill kick started that rally in the 3rd with a line drive double.
Went around there, strike 1, and Michael Ersbommer remains in this game. He's going to try to get in line for the win through 5. So the Santa Barbara Foresters to 3 hits so far today, giving up a couple walks, and remember, runs don't come easy against him. Entering today, .54 ERA. So an ERA south of 1 through 16 2/3 entering today's start. Comes no one to TK. Check swing, good take, 1-1.
That was a great breaking ball. Slider with a lot of movement, good vertical drop, and just got out of the zone. TK not tempted.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Terrence Kill. That's going to miss inside. Good take from TK, who's gone 2 for 4. Pop up to 2nd. And that double down the left field line. And he also plated the first run for the Foresters today. brought home by Easton Muma. 2-1 pitch is hooked down the left field line. Well hit, but well foul. 2-2.
Just a little early on it.
Santa Barbara went down to an early deficit. Through an inning and a half, we're down 5 runs. Now a 3-run ball game. 2-2 pitch to kill. Popped up, shallow center. Dans moves in. Back goes Johnson, and it will be the second baseman to make the play. 1 down in the Finneys, 5th inning.
Second time he's flown out to the second baseman, Johnson.
Now batting number 6, Brenton.
Big out one. You had to get, at least I'd say it's essential for the Riptide pitching staff for the rest of the game to at least get one of the first 2 guys out, and Kill or Clark. Clark's reached both times. Kill, obviously a really great player. He's reached once and done half the job so far. He's got to do something he hasn't done today that we're Spalmer, and that's get Kill out and get Clark out.
First pitch, swinging for Brenton into right field. Navarro will camp out under it. 2 down in the 5th, and continuing that thought, Nate Brenton, 2 walks today, but 1 pitch and the second out in the 5th.
Yeah, he kind of told us, before the game, he's really trying on those first couple pitches to go pull side, to go hit it towards the right field wall, and then as the at-bat goes on, he's trying to just hit it whenever he can, really. And we like to see him go to the opposite field, and that time just went straight to right field. Easy fly out.
First pitch strike to Easton Muma, who has gone 1 for 2. Also a run batted in. That hit for Easton into right field. Comes an 0-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. And Erspalmer going to go through 5. There's an arm up warming now for Orange County. 0-2 pitch to Easton. Off the end of the bat. Stays alive.
Saw that one was going to be headed into his zone and just got around in time to foul it away.
And Santa Barbara, remember Elliot Gallegos now into this game as the pitcher. But Erspalmer get through 5. The 0-2 pitch is fouled back by Easton. Fouls off a couple, nothing in 2. And that's something that we've seen really throughout this season, Nate. Santa Barbara, of course, if they get behind in counts, foul off pitches, take where you can, get yourself back into counts. Comes an 0-2 pitch again to Easton Muma. Does it again, fouls it off a first base line. Nothing to it remains.
Staying alive. Muma. 2 out, something going here for the Stirs.
He's able to reach. Sawyer Farr will be next. Comes the 0-2 pitch from Erspalmer. Foul back. 4 straight foul balls off the bat of Easton Muma.
So frustrating for Spalmer on the mound. Just nothing going against Muma.
Erspalmer in his 3rd start, 5th game for Orange County. 2 out on the base is clear. Another strike 2 pitch to Easton Muma. Lifted down the left field line. Maybe a chance for Holland. Foul ground, and he'll run out of real estate.
Yeah, this is really frustrating for Erspalmer. I mean, this guy, from his perspective, he's just like, what can I do to get Easton Muma out?
And this will now be the 8th pitch of the plate appearance. Muma has fouled off the last 5 pitches. 0-2 delivery. On the ground, here is Lambden. Took a funny hop, but the shortstop will judge it well. And so 1-2-3, 5th inning from Michael Erspalmer. Through 5 is a 5-2 lead for Orange County.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Sixth inning now from Eddie Matthews Field, Santa Barbara High School CCL baseball between the OC Riptide and the Santa Barbara Foresters. What an effort from Gallegos in the last inning, Nate.
Incredible, inspiring effort. I mean, comes in, strikes out first two batters he faces with two in scoring position. Get out of a jam now with a clean slate. Gallegos looking to carry over that momentum into the sixth.
It will face 9-1-2, Alan Rodriguez Navarro. Alan has struck out twice today, gets his first look at Elliott. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1, and Gallegos continuing. I mean, the first two batters he has faced got ahead in the count early. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two.
And, you know, we kind of talked about that being kind of a key almost for these pitchers, getting ahead in the counts and open up your arsenal a little bit more rather than having to shore up on fall behind 1-0 or 2-0.
0-2 pitch strikes him out. Gallegos has faced three and struck out three going back to the last inning.
And you know what time it is. It's time to cheer for beer.
Struck out three in a row. Bringing up the beer batter, Johnny Rodriguez. Not be surprised to see a few changeups here to the lefty. That pitch has been looking nasty from Gallegos.
Rodriguez has gone 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored for the former Santa Barbara Forester. First pitch is going to be on the outside edge. There's the changeup, strike one.
First batter he faced Montgomery was a lefty, and he hit him with all changeups.
Rodriguez serving as the DH today. 0-1 pitch is dribbled left side. Here comes Gallegos, and the throw will be shallow, but a fantastic pick by Caden Miller. 2 down in the sixth.
Great pick by Miller. He's had to get high to get some of these balls, you know, almost leaving the bag, extend out, and that time scooped it off the ground and retire Rodriguez. Big second out. A nice play as well by Gallegos to get that one.
2 up, 2 down. Base is clear, top of the sixth. For now, Bradley Navarro on the toughest outs in the CCL. First pitch away at strike one.
It would be the changeup.
Navarro's gone 1 for 2 today with a walk. 1-0 pitch on the ground, right side, and it's through for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Navarro, coming with 2 down in the sixth.
You knew this was going to be the tough part of the order, right? Navarro's been really effective. Second hit of the day, third time reaching. But he's done all season. You can't beat yourself up about that one too much if you're Elliot Gallegos.
Now tossing Easton Toomis down that right field bullpen for Santa Barbara. A 2-out knock to continue the inning. Now Jake Lambden will take a first pitch ball. Ball 1. Lambden 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored today. Scored the first run of the game back in the opening inning when Orange County put up 4. Runners goes. It's going to miss upstairs for ball 2. And a stolen base for Navarro.
Ball fell out of Chamberlain's hand. At least he tried to gather to throw it over to second. Unlucky for the catcher, but I don't know if you're beating Navarro too often when he takes off over to second.
He is now 6 for 6 in that category this season. But it's now 2-0 for Lambden. Pitch is going to miss upstairs at 91 from Elliott. It's ball 3.
This time we saw Elliott was 10 days ago against the Bombers where he threw 2 innings.
3-0 delivery will be located. 3-1. That has been quite some time since we've seen Gallegos, and great to see him back on the hill for the Foresters.
Absolutely. Great to see a lot of these guys. You know, as we said, it was also a while since we saw JD Goodcase.
Mm-hmm. The 3-1 is inside ball 4, but advancing down to third base is Navarro. So Lambden is aboard for the 3rd time today. So with 2 down, Navarro, a base hit, advances to third as it got past the catcher. And Lambden works his 2nd walk of the day.
Instrumental. Don't allow anything here with 2 down. I just wouldn't feel good about that. It's Chamberlain giving some commands to the infield.
It'll go down as a wild pitch by Gallegos to advance Navarro to third. So with 2 down, runners on the corners for Carter Dans, the number 4 batter. Brought home 7 runs this year. We'll take a first pitch inside at 92 from Elliott. Ball 1.
Nearly snapped him as well.
Farr, Chamberlain, and Dallimore will be scheduled in the bottom half of this inning. But Gallegos looks to keep it a 3-run deficit. Comes a 1-0 delivery to Dans. Have to wait. With Lambden, who has not attempted a stolen base this season, at first.
Keeping an eye on him over there.
Does inch his way off first base. Now the 1-0 delivery is going to be on the outside edge at 81 from Gallegos. Ball and a strike.
Chamberlain thought about throwing that one back over to first. Like that he didn't, though. I mean, you got to keep that runner Navarro at third.
It's 1-1. Here comes a pitch from Elliott. Here's a shot into center field. Terrence Kills going back, and that ball is at the fence and bounce right on top of the fence. 1 run in, and from first base, Lambden is coming home. And 2 runs score off the double by Carter Dans. It is now a 7-2 lead for Orange County.
Timed it up perfectly. A shot over the head of Terrence Kill, and that's just really unfortunate. Especially with 2 outs. Cleared the bases. Runner in scoring position still for the Riptide.
Dan's his first hit of the day to go along with 2 walks, and that's going to bring up Grant MacArthur. 2 runs in. And the first pitch missing upstairs, a fastball, ball 1. After Santa Barbara had some momentum, good pitching, and Gallegos scored 2 quick outs in the 6th inning, but 3 straight have reached base. This one's inside. The changeup, ball 2.
Changeup that was nearly 2 in, nearly hit Arthur.
So 2-0 the count. Good hitters count for the number 5 batter. With 2 down, man at second. Comes the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Had to get that swing and miss there from MacArthur.
Another changeup from Gallegos. He's been riding that pitch heavy. The wind's out to right center. 5-run game and a check to the runner. Easton Mumma, it's going to just squirt past, but not far enough. It looked like he might have even hit the runner as he was sliding back in, kind of slow it down.
Very fortunate. That one been further away than it did. Gotta be careful on those throws back.
MacArthur today, he's gone 1 for 2. Does have a double and a walk. Actually, has gone on base 3 times. Did reach on a fielder's choice. But the 2-1 pitch, another changeup high and in. Ball 3. Two runs in this inning. Orange County have amassed their 5-run advantage, which they had through 2 innings. 3-0-1 pitch, big rip and a miss, full count.
Got the green light on the 3-1 to swing in the zone, and it was just a fastball. MacArthur can catch up to him.
Gallegos looks to get out of this inning. 2 down, man at second. 3-2 pitch is into right field, and it's going to be a base hit from second. Dans is going to be coming home. Here's Chamberlain, and he is out. Great throw by Brenton Clark. And Cole Chamberlain saves a run at the plate. Dan's thrown out at the dish after MacArthur a base hit and a right. And the defense from Santa Barbara will limit it to 2-run inning. Through 5.5, it is a 7-2 lead for Orange County.
$1 for 1 ticket.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the 6th inning is now a 7-2 lead for Orange County. Sawyer Farr will lead off for the Stirs. Chamberlain and then Dallimore scheduled to face a brand new arm. Trey Telfer will take over the right-handed reliever. Comes the first pitch to Sawyer. Gonna be a fastball away at 93. Michael Erzbalmer, the starting pitcher for OC, in line for the win, going 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, which were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. But now Telfer deal a 1-0 pitch to Sawyer Farr. Popped up and a towering fly ball into left. Reed Montgomery will slide over and will make the play. 1 down in the 6th.
That's exactly what Trey Telfer did the last time the Foresters saw him in that thriller back in June 18th, the 9-8 win. 3 innings of no-run ball, only allowed a couple of hits. Struck out 2, but he was really letting his defense do the work. He's been a reliable arm. Innings eater, if you will, for the Riptide. The lowest amount of innings he's pitched is 2.
Batter's now Cole Chamberlain. Big cut on the first pitch. Strike 1. The base is clear. 1 away in the 6th.
It's all been in relief as well. He's got a lot of pitches he can go to. The 4-seam, cutter, slider, splitter, curveball as well.
Seen a lot of fastballs so far. Goes right back to it. The 4-seamer at 93. 1-1. And Santa Barbara went down 5 runs early through 2. Tacked on 2 runs in the 3rd, but just conceded 2 runs in the top half of this inning. Comes a 1-1 pitch. Drop into a knee. Chamberlain 1-2.
Blowing away. Tough one for Cole to get to.
Really good changeup by Telfer. What will he go to here? To 2 fastballs, then a changeup. Comes a 1-2 pitch to Chamberlain. Strikes him out. Yes, he did. And he'll be retired down at first base by Zakar. 2 down in the 6th.
Yeah, that looked like the cutter right there that just came in and got the swing and miss. Disgusting.
And 2 fastballs, a changeup, and then a cutter. And that's going to now bring up Brady Dallimore. Erstbomber went 5 innings a starter. Now Telfer, seen 2 retired 2, and the first pitch will miss inside to Brady Dallimore. That is ball 1. Brady today 0 for 1 with a walk. Reached base in the 2nd inning. Comes the 1-0 delivery from Telfer. Good slider. Strike 1. Should Dallimore reach? Caden Miller will be next for Santa Barbara. In a 5-run deficit. Their 6th straight game being played. 1-1 pitch and a big rip from Brady. Strike 2. Dallimore in left field, and 2nd straight day. Never seen the man in the outfield defensively, and touched on the defensive shuffling from Bill Pintard yesterday. But now the 1-2 pitch is lifted down the right field line. Maybe a chance for the first baseman, but it's going to fall just in front of the Foresters bullpen. In foul ground, so it remains 1-2. It was a long run for MacArthur.
Yeah, had a lot of ground to cover, and it just kind of dropped before he could get there.
So it remains with Dallimore. In a game where Santa Barbara, still a 3-game lead over the Conejo Oaks, I should say, now opened up after their win yesterday over the Oaks to a 3-game advantage, but the final game of the year between these 2 teams. Steelers have taken the first 3 contests. But the 1-2 pitch, right side, here is Johnson. Some good back-end speed from Dallimore, but he will be retired on a 4-3 ground out. And Trey Telfer sees 3 and retires 3 and through 6. It is a 5-run lead for Orange County.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. AAA Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forrester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
On to the 7th inning. Santa Barbara Foresters trailed by 5 and enter a brand new arm, Easton Toomis, to take over to start the 7th.
Easton closed out yesterday's game against Conejo where he tired 3 very quickly.
Big rip and a miss on the first pitch at 92 from Easton. Strike 1. That was really good. Just 2 days back against Orange County. Comes an 0-1 pitch to Johnson. Got knotted up, strike 2. A man today who's gone 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Also scored a run. And here comes an 0-2 pitch to Luke Johnson. Popped up. In the infield, here's Caden Miller. Long run for the first baseman, but out number 1 in the 7th.
Easy first out as well. Nice job getting Johnson out. It was a tough out on Monday. He went 3 for 4 and only have gotten him on. Got the hit. Also hit him, but other than that, 2 pretty easy outs.
That's now going to bring up Reed Montgomery. With 1 down the top of the 7th. Montgomery, a big reason why OC took a 4-run lead in the opening inning. He's going to swing away on the first pitch, fouls it back for strike 1, but a 2-run single in the opening inning that really gave the Riptide the momentum early. They went up 5-0, and at one point it was a 3-run lead, but back to 5. 7-2 scoreline in favor of Orange County. Comes an 0-1. That's in there. Fantastic pitch from Easton Toomis, 0-2.
Getting ahead on counts, so crucial. It's so much today, and Easton doing a good job of it so far.
This is hard hit, but straight to Easton Ruley. Fantastic reflexes from the second baseman. That ball was roped, but 2 down in the 7th.
A great play by Easton. Adjusted quickly and the squeeze, big second out there.
As it has started to cool off, hasn't been particularly warm in Santa Barbara, just hasn't necessarily felt like summer the last couple, really the past 10 days. Been very nice, not really hot, and just very comfortable temperature, but it has definitely started to cool off here. Eddie Matthews Field. First pitch now to Zakar. Will be missing down for ball 1. There's a little bit of a haze overhead just from cloud cover moving in from the ocean.
This is the first time I've put on a hoodie all season.
And we're in the early July now. Fastball upstairs, ball 2. Jimmy Zakar today has gone 1 for 3. Base hit into right. He's ahead 2-0. What a pitch from Toomis. Strike 1.
And it's gutsy to go with the breaking ball on a 2-0 count, but it shows how much Toomis trusts his stuff.
The amount of movement on his slider, unbelievable. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Into it again. My goodness.
With 2 down, base is clear. Tumis in his first inning of work. 2-2 pitch to Zakar. Swing and a miss. He will strike out, and Cole Chamberlain retires him at first. Tumis just has to face the minimum, and it's stretch time from Santa Barbara. OC by 5 over the Sturs.
All right, fans, it's that time of the
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. Bottom of the 7th inning, Sturs will have Caden Miller leading off. It is a 7-2 lead for Orange County. First pitch swinging in the left center field. Carter Dans will slide over into the gap, but it's going to be the left fielder Montgomery makes the play, and Miller is retired on 1 pitch.
You know, we're getting to that part of a day when where last time these two teams were here, 5 runs were put on the board, but it's gonna be tough to do it against Trey Telfer. Been getting really easy outs here. Short appearance.
Telfer took over for Urs Balmer, who started this game, took over in the last inning. First pitch is going to miss upstairs, ball 1. Batter is Zane Becker, the DH today. He has gone over 2, a foul and a left and a strikeout. Who's the 1-0 offering? That's in there, ball and a strike. And with the shadows getting longer, and Trey Telfer can hold this lead. At one point it was just 3, but re-extended back to 5. 1-1 is located at 80 miles an hour, 1 and 2.
Great off speed. Side of it just goes into the zone.
OC tacked on their last 2 runs in the 6th inning. But Becker now has to shorten up with 1 out. 1-2 pitch is foul back. Ends 1-2. To follow Becker will be Easton Ruley. Now Santa Barbara want to crack at this one. But you just said it, Nate. I mean, 5 runs scored between both teams in a half inning. Last time these two teams played at this field, 1-2 pitch. It's going to miss upstairs a fastball at 93, 2-2. But
the way the Riptide, I mean, they've been thrown. These are probably 2 of their best pitchers they have to offer, and it's definitely been that way. Both of them have been really hard to get to, besides a couple innings to start the game.
It's now 2-2 to Becker. That's away. Nice take, full count.
I mean, after that third inning where you put 2 runs on the board, the Riptide have retired 10 straight.
Oh, with the count now full. Comes a payoff pitch to Becker. She will strike out, chasing the high fastball. 2 down in the 7th.
Now batting number 9, Easton
A
Woolley.
few times in games like this season where the Stars bats just go quiet for chunks.
And on that line of thought,
Now
12
it's-
straight now retired by OC pitching.
Yeah, it's been really tough. A lot of them in that first third of a game, it was seeing any Stars strike out, and now you've seen 4 in the last 4 innings.
Ball went away to Easton Ruley. He's gone 0 for 2. Ground out to third, fly out to center. And you look back to that third inning, it started off with a leadoff double by Terrence Kill and a walk by Brenton Clark. They were brought home. Next pitch is going to find the upper corner. 93, 1-1.
You do think, happy with 2 of them, but then you look at how that inning ended with the interference call. Far at third, it's hard not to think like, it could have been more.
It's now 1-1 for Easton Ruley. Broken bat, right side. Here is Johnson. Nice play from the second baseman. And good thing that lumber didn't go out and hit Telfer. He's all right. But the side is retired. 13 straight now retired by Orange County pitching, and we're on to the 8th. 7-2 lead for the Riptide.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the 8th inning, and the Santa Barbara Foresters in a 5-run deficit. But there will be a new man on the hill. Tyler Fino will take over for the Stars after Easton Toomis, a fantastic 7th inning. We've seen some good arms from Santa Barbara today after Drew Rarick, the starter, went 1+. J.D. Goodcase, Elliot Gallegos, Easton Toomis. Now the right-hander Tyler Fino on the hill.
Yeah, good 3 outs from Toomis. Kind of knew it would be a shorter outing after he pitched yesterday as well. So good job on him coming in, tiring 3 straight. Bringing in Fino, another really reliable arm out of the pen, the tall righty from TCU.
is going to face 9-1-2 Holland Rodriguez Navarro, scheduled in this inning for OC. 5-run lead for the Riptide. First pitch is going to be down for ball 1. Holland has gone 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts today. We're just past 7 o'clock local time. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. 1-0. Chopped outside of third, 1-1. And the Foresters continue this long stretch. It's the stretch in the schedule. They had the game rescheduled against this very team, the Riptide, on Monday. It's game 6 of 10 straight for the Santa Barbara Foresters here most of the week. 1-1 is a slider right side. Here's Brenton Clark, the right fielder. 1 down in the 8th.
Easy out 1 for Fino.
Fans, it's time for the beer batter. Cheer for beer!
So that's going to bring up now Johnny Rodriguez. He is gone 0 for 3 with the walk. Runs scored. And Rodriguez, a different spot in the order today for his head coach, Brian Evans. Top spot serving as the DH. That's his first look to Tyler Fino. That's going to miss down low. Ball 1.
Seen Fino times this summer. He got to pitch in that game against the Riptide where he went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit and a walk, but crucially no runs.
In the air to left, Brady Dallimore slides over a couple paces inside the chalk line. Had a little bit of a slip, but will make the play. And Rodriguez is retired for the second out. And there was a substitution. We were just alerted to it. It's Caleb Hoover out and left. So a change bill made by Bill Pintard. We were not made aware of it. So Hoover now take over in left, who made the play. And well done from Caleb.
Yeah, I think that's really to kind of, plan for Telfer still being in the game next time Hoover comes up and try and get that lefty versus righty matchup.
So good play by Hoover. It's going to bring up Navarro. With 2 down, he's going to take a slider away. Ball 1. And we said last time up, Navarro, one of the toughest outs, CCL. Pops this one up 1-1.
Yeah, been a really, really tough out. And it's been that way today. 2 hits, a walk. Got his reach base 3 straight times.
We'll get some more thoughts on the bullpen in just a second for Santa Barbara. Here comes a 1-1. That's going to be down in the dirt, bolt 2. So what Scott Murray told us earlier today, ideally, of the guys hot today, good case, Gallegos, Gardino, Fino, and Tumis. You've used all of them except Gardino, who was instructed to be the closer today. It's a 5-run deficit. Here comes a 2-1. That's going to miss away for ball 3. And Scott Murray said, ideally, that you didn't want to use Tumis today. He went in and pitched the last inning very effectively. But with all these games being played, you got to nurse some arms. And even though it is a deep bullpen, it's going to play a toll the rest of the way. Here's a 3-1 hard hit through the hole into right for a base hit and a 2-out knock for Navarro. He is now 3 for 4 with a walk.
Does it again, 2-out knock. The last time he had a 2-out hit, he scored the first of 2 runs in that 6th inning and gets on pretty easily. Man, is he good. Definitely a lock, I would think, to start in that All-Star game.
And that's coming
next
up.
week.
Yeah. So we are
2
now
weeks from now.
July 2nd. It's actually, exactly 2 weeks away on the 16th. It'll be down in the MLB Academy in Compton. But the batter is now Jake Lambden. It's going to be a slider away, ball 1.
Got some ideas of who should be going to that game for the Sturs?
Name a couple. That is for sure. Like with situational hitting, Terrence Kill on that list. Name a handful of pitchers that have been so good as this one will miss upstairs for ball 2. Your picks?
Yeah, I think, name that come to mind was Frank Camarillo. I mean, he really fantastic. Hoping to see him back soon. Obviously, Terrence Kill's a good pick. I wouldn't mind seeing Brenton Clark there as well, just for his on-base capabilities.
That's ball 3 away to Lambden. I mean, there's so much good players on this Forster lineup. It's hard to even break it down.
It's hard to find
Yeah.
standouts, you know?
Everyone's so good. The Stars are trailing here today, and OC put up 4 runs in the first to punch Santa Barbara in the mouth with 1 on, 2 out. 3-0 pitch is low kid from Fino, ball 1.
They come back after falling behind. Find the zone again, 2-5.
It is worth noting the Stars will at the top of the order, Kill, Clark, Mumaw. 3 of the most dangerous bats in the lineup. 3-1 is going to be on the outside corner. Lambden's going to have to retrieve the lumber, full count.
That one was out of his zone. It just got in.
Pino looks to end the inning right here. Comes a 3-2 pitch to Lambden. Runner's going to go. It's chopped up the middle. Tough play for Sawyer Farr. Ranging behind second. Got him. Nice play from Sawyer Farr. There was a tumble outside of first base. Lambden hit the deck. He's okay. But what a play from Sawyer Farr. Great range from the shortstop to retire the side. Bottom of the 8th we go. Kill, Clark, Mumaw. Coming up for Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Back in Santa Barbara. Stars trailing by 5 runs. We're in the last of the 8th, and Trey Telfer remains in this ball game. Right-handed reliever. It's only been 2 pitchers so far today for Orange County.
Yeah, and both have been really effective. Telfer entering his 3rd inning. He's been on 6 up, 6 down so far. Erspanner ended his day with 6 up, 6 down as well. That's 12 straight retired for the Stars. Including, if you go back, in 13 now.
Final out was Dallimore in the 3rd. And since then, the next 4 have gone in order. If anyone's going to start a little spark, it's this man. TK will take a fastball upstairs, ball 1.
High and way. Don't wanted none of that.
Terrence Day's gone 1 for 3. Doubled down the left field line, scored the first run for Santa Barbara. Sprays this one back 1-1.
We go Oppo. We haven't seen from Kill a lot.
This is the final time these two teams will meet. As it stands, with Santa Barbara taking the first 3 in this 5-run lead for Orange County. Trying to take the final game of this season series. Here's a 1-1. Down the right field line, towering, slicing foul ball. Strike 2. And Terrence, it's been fun to watch him play. Every time he comes into a situation, especially with the game on the line, he's been able to produce. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Fluttered up, maybe a chance for the first baseman. Foul ground will make the catch. He's able to scamper over, running out of real estate, but makes the play to retire Terrence Kill. 1 down in the 8th.
Tough for Kill. I mean, I don't think the first baseman, McCarthy, thought he had a chance of that until the dugout started screaming out there might be a possibility, and he got over there in time to make the grab.
This is going to now bring up Brenton Clark. Clark is 0 for 1, but 2 walks and a run scored. And Trey Telfer continues to work quickly and effectively against Santa Barbara. This one's going back into the fence. Strike one on Brenton.
It's too late on it. Trying to send it in the opposite field like he's done so many times.
But Trey Telfer and Urs Balmer have now retired 14 straight Foresters. Clark squares around to bunt, close to the knees, 1-1. One thing that we haven't really talked about for Santa Barbara, of course, when you're playing this 10-game stretch, and of course Orange County's had a similar stretch with having to play a game on Monday as well, but the tax it takes on your mind showing up every day and playing. I mean, if you're playing every day in college, you have a 3-game series, sometimes a midweek matchup, but it's nothing like this grind where it's like true minor league baseball, professional baseball. Here's a 2-1. A 1-1 rather, that's going to miss inside for ball 2.
And that's really when you're going to be able to set yourself apart as
Right.
a player.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to stand out, show your adversity. I mean, we got a lot of scouts here at these games, and I'm sure that's something they're putting into consideration.
Absolutely.
It's been handling this adversity best.
2-1's going to miss away for ball 3, and not only just the mental fatigue and grind of playing every day, but taking care of your body, making sure you still get. It's hard sometimes you're showing up late or showing back up home late. Good nutrition, mentally and physically fit throughout the course of a season. It's the reality of playing baseball at the higher level. It's now 3-1 for Brenton Clark. And that is ball 4 inside. And that is the first base runner for Santa Barbara since the 3rd inning. A 1-out walk for Clark. By the way, his 3rd walk of the day.
Number 6 is in the mix.
Number 6 is in the mix.
First base runner since the 3rd, as you said. Might be what the Stars need to ignite them. They've been gone cold. The temperature's gone down, but seen a lot of late game heroics over the last couple days.
Batter's now Easton Muma. First pitch swinging, strike 1. And if we look back to the game on the 18th, Santa Barbara put up 5 runs in the 8th inning to take a nice advantage, then conceded 5 runs to OC in the 9th inning, and then ended up walking it off. But it was the 8th inning that proved pivotal here on the 18th. 1 on, 1 out. And Muma has gone 1 for 3. Also has an RBI. It was an 0-1 pitch. Good slider. Strike 2.
Clark could be looking to go here.
He's already got a stolen base today. He's got 6 now on the year. Trey Telfer. 0-2 pitch to Muma. On the ground, left side and outside of third base. We've seen another one right near third base. That one was a little more clear foul, but means nothing to 2.
Came at a tough time as well, man. They're just looking to get something to kickstart at a worm burner down the third base line. Could have been it. That could have been extra bases for Easton.
And Easton has seen a lot of pitches today. Against Urs Balmer at a 10-pitch plate appearance. Now the 0-2. So the first baseman, MacArthur, but it gets through. It is a base hit. Brenton Clark is going to lose the helmet, going first to third, and he will get into third base. A little bit of a bobble. The runners are going to advance, and Muma is going to third, and Brenton Clark is going to score. That ball got away. It is now a 4-run ball game. Great base running by Clark. Muma the base hit, and both advance on an error. It is now 7-3.
Wow. That's the way to kickstart something. A defensive mistake. It was an infield hit that just got past them and into the shallow parts of the outfield. And Brenton Clark, being aggressive, went first to third in the bad throw. Adjusted and saw that and went straight to home. That's what they needed. That's what the Stars needed. And Brian and Evans coming out to have a word with his pitcher.
It's going to go down as an E9. Bradley Navarro out there in right field. To score Clark, who went first to third on the base hit, and to advance Muma down to second. He's going to stay with Trey Telfer.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. You know, Telfer's been a really effective arm out of the pen all season long. You might as well trust him. Already got one out. Sawyer Farr to reach today, besides the hit by pitch in the third.
So here is Sawyer Farr, the switch hitter, to hit from the left side. He's going to get his second look at Trey Telfer. Muma at second, 4-run game. One down the inning. First pitch is going to miss down low. Good take from Sawyer, ball 1.
The first batter to face Telfer.
I was back in the 6th inning. Telfer retired the first 7 men he faced, but a walk and then a base hit. Here comes a 1-0 now to Farr. Inside, great play by Zakar. Keep Muma at second, ball 2.
A massive play. It nearly hit Farr as well.
There's a few bodies standing now for Orange County. No one throwing in their bullpens. A good count now for Farr. Comes a 2-0 pitch. That's going to find the upper half. Upper corner at 92 from Trey Telfer, 2-1. Cole Chamberlain stands on deck for Santa Barbara. 1 run in. A 7-3 lead for Orange County. So
Try to cover that one over to first. Muma had to go back, but there's no one to be there. Good read by Telfer to not throw that.
it's 2-1 the count for Sawyer Farr. Comes a pitch from Telfer. That's going to be in there on slider 2-2. So good work from Telfer getting himself back in the count.
Tough pitch to get for Farr. Slider at the bottom of the zone.
It's 2-2. Sawyer's gone on board once today. 2-2 pitch. Right side. Here is Johnson. He's going to advance the runner to third, but Farr will be retired, 2 down.
Yeah, easy
Now batting,
fielder's
catcher
choice.
number 8,
And I like that call by
Chamberlain.
Johnson just to get the easy second out instead of hurling it over to the third where could have gone wrong for you. We're 90 feet away from scoring. Chamberlain. Simple objective is to get on base.
1 run is scored. And Chamberlain already has an RBI today. With 2 down, the man now at third. First pitch bends its way in, strike 1.
Man, if he swung at that, I could have gone a long, long way, Hunter.
Had an RBI in the third, which brought home the second run of the day. Here comes an 0-1. High fly ball into center. Dans is going to slide over in the left center field and will make the play. The Sturs do tack on 1 run. And on to the 9th inning. It is a 7-3 lead for Orange County over the Foresters.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the 9th inning. Santa Barbara Foresters down 3-7 in this ball game. They will have, I should say, they were going to keep Tyler Fino in this ball game. Dans, MacArthur, Johnson, 4, 5, 6 scheduled for Orange County.
Now batting number
Sun slowly setting here. Santa Barbara. Tyler Fino remaining on the bump. Yeah. Quick 3 outs and the offense back up to try and tie things up.
So here's Dans. He's gone 1 for 2. 2 walks, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. He's going to take on the first pitch, so he's responsible for 3 of the 7 runs on the scoreboard today for the OC Riptide. Nice game for the number 4 batter.
Yeah, had that 2-out double into the center of the right gap.
1-1 now the count for the leadoff man. MacArthur, Johnson, and then if anyone reaches Montgomery for Orange County. Fino entered in the 8th inning, give up a 2-out knock, face 4 batters. The 1-1 is going to find the outside edge, 1 and 2. And it is worth noting, Andrew Gardino is now throwing for Santa Barbara. But the 1-2 pitch, be a changeup away, 2 and 2. Everyone who is hot today in terms of pitching for Santa Barbara is coming to pitch, except Gardino, who is now tossing. 2-2 delivery, inside, and it's going to clip the right edge. Dans, he's going to get down to first base. Leadoff man is aboard.
Yeah, just got him barely. Super unlucky for Fino to face his first batter and give up the hit by pitch.
And that's now going to bring up first baseman Grant MacArthur. So a man on, nobody out. And Fino going to have to work around a leadoff base runner. And MacArthur today, 2 for 3. A walk and a run scored. First pitch he's going to take, and a strike. Good delivery for Fino, 0-1.
Breaking ball first again. A couple times we've seen that now from Fino.
Comes a 0-1 delivery from Tyler. That's down. Great grab from Chamberlain. Ball and a strike. Infield straight away. It's Caden Miller holding on to the runner at first base. 1-1 pitch. That's on the outside edge. Really nice delivery from Tyler. 1 and 2.
Great frame by Chamberlain as well.
In case you're wondering, only 1 stolen base for Dans this season. But now the 1-2 pitch down. Great pick by Chamberlain. 2 and 2.
Giving him the option to go to second there by Chamberlain. Scooped it off the ground. Nice job.
And in case you're wondering, in the 9th, I should say the bottom of this inning, Hoover, Miller, Becker, 6, 7, and 8 scheduled. 2-2 pitch up the middle. Here comes Sawyer Farr. They get one at second to first. Double play. A 6-3 DP. 2 down in the 9th.
Nice job, Sawyer Farr. Nice job by Tyler Fino to do some weak contact.
now batting.
Allows the defense to make the play. Sawyer Farr did it all himself for hurling it over to Miller for that second out.
So 2 down, base is clear. Here is Luke Johnson. On 1 for 3, hit by a pitch and a run scored. Fino, first pitch. Gonna miss down, ball 1. Still have a half inning and 1 out to get here in this 9th inning, but Santa Barbara will have still 2 more games at home in this homestand. 1-0 pitch, ball 2. So in the Santa Barbara area, be sure to come on out and support the Sturs. Be at home tomorrow, on Friday, and also on Sunday.
There's no better way to spend your 4th of July than enjoying
Oh,
America's
yes.
pastime.
And that'll also be a non-CCL game, so a little bit of a different game for the Sturs. Here's a 2-0. That is fouled off. Strike 1.
It's the California Tigers.
Mm-hmm. Sturs host the Barons tomorrow, and then on Sunday, the Arroyo Seco Saints. But Fino gets himself back in the count. 2 down. 2-1 delivery to Johnson. Big cut. Strike 2.
Big cut from Johnson. I mean, attacks right back at him. Change up right there.
With 2 down. This inning started with a hit batter, the double play. Now the 2-2 to Johnson. Strikes him out. Fino just has to face the minimum. In the top of the 9th and on to the last of the final inning. Caleb Hoover, Caden Miller, Zane Becker coming up for the Sturs. OC leads 7-3.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Bottom of the 9th inning, Caleb Hoover will lead off and hit for the first time. Trey Telfer remains in this game. Foresters need base runners, down by 4. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1, and Trey Telfer's been in this game since the 6th after Ernst Balmer started off this game going 5.
Sure, if the roles are reversed, I'm pretty sure in the midst of a 10-game stretch, you wouldn't mind having to only use 2 pitchers.
As strike 2 on Caleb, so he quickly falls behind 0-2. Hoover, Miller, Becker. Sturs went down early. Can they find some late magic? They plated a run in the 8th to make it a 4-run deficit. 0-2. That is down. Ball 1.
Got to the backstop with some aggression.
And Trey Telfer trying to finish out this game and pick up a 4-inning save against the Sturs. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and Hoover will go down on strikes. The high fastball at 92. 1 down in the 9th.
Number 4, Montgomery.
Nope.
Correct.
Yeah, that was a tough.
Number 4, Caden Miller.
That was a tough one. Right there for Hoover.
Well, it's now going to bring up Caden Miller. He's gone 0 for 3. Telfer has been exceptional in relief for OC. Right side, here comes Luke Johnson. Took a funny hop, but 2 down in the 9th inning. Miller is retired.
Quick second out. Some pressure. Man. One of the newest players on the team, Zane Becker, trying to kickstart something with 2 outs.
Becker stands in for the 4th time today. Santa Barbara down to their final out in this game against Orange County. Strike one on Zanin. After the Stars took the first 3 games of this season series, 1 out away from dropping the final meeting of the year. And Orange County look to get back to over 500 in 1 out's time. Comes the 0-1 to Becker. Called strike on a breaking ball. 0-2. And Santa Barbara down to their final strike. Just past 7:30 local time. With 2 down. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded outside of third. Means 0-2. Becker is a foul out to left and has struck out twice today. In Orange County, they've only used 2 pitchers today. The 0-2 delivery to Becker, swing and a miss, and there is our ball game. Orange County are going to win it 7-3 over Santa Barbara. Nurse Palmer and Telfer are going to combine for this one. Just 2 pitchers for Orange County and a 7-3 victory for the Riptide.
I haven't really seen a game like this from the Stars this season. They fell behind early and just couldn't get the bats back in it. Great, all credit to Palmer and Telfer. Telfer especially shut things down. 2 perfect innings in a row and then perfect 9th. I got 2 base runners on and allowed the run, of course, in the 8th, but bounced back right afterwards with a quick fly out to Chamberlain. So really impressive day from the Riptide pitching staff, and tough loss for the Stars after a couple wins in a row.
They'll break a 4-game winning streak for Santa Barbara. They'll move to 15-5. OC will go to 11-10. The Stars will be back in action next 2 days. They'll host the MLB Academy Barons tomorrow. And then on Independence Day, we'll host the California Tigers for a non-CCL game and also a game on Sunday. Final thoughts on this one, Nate? Looking into tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I mean, definitely our learning moment here. I just think, it's tough, this stretch. We knew it was going to be tough, 10 games in a row. You can't let this one loss deter you and inspire you for the rest of the stretch. You got a good opportunity to bounce back against the team that you played really well with. Played really well against the first time, and then against the non-affiliate before those back-to-back games against Arroyo Seco, which we know how high tensions can get against the Saints.
Once again, the final score, 7-3. Orange County prevail over Santa Barbara. So for the entire team, the entire staff, for Nate Martin, I am Hunter Shoemake saying so long from Santa Barbara. We'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 first pitch with the MLB Academy Barons coming to town. We'll see you then.